fam. I'm Dr. Nicole, the host of the show, and this is my channel. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, being patient. I've been going live every day, took a little break. We had a lot going on, and now I'm back. Now I'm back. Happy Election Day. For a lot of people in different cities, it's Election Day. So I hope if you are of age or status that you exercise your right to vote. All right. So enough of that. Um, we're going to talk about a great morning routine. And I think I showed you guys before how I make my coffee, my morning routine. But I really want to emphasize how important it is to eat breakfast. Remember, we were little and they used to be like, you have to eat breakfast. It is super true. And when you start your breakfast off with a great protein rich meal, then you're setting yourself up for success that day, right? I talk to so many women who rush out of the house, they don't eat, they wonder why their stress level is high, their cortisol is high, then they're making bad food choices. They're just looking for anything like snacks. They tell themselves they're not hungry, but they start stress eating, or they feel a little tinge of something. They don't eat a real meal, they eat snacks and they're grabbing this Dunkin' Donuts, go here, there. It's not good. Or they're starting their day off just with coffee with a lot of sugar and cream. So my philosophy is you want to maximize all of your meals, right? I don't eat anything if I'm not maximizing it. I maximize my snacks. So my snacks, I always make sure I'm throwing in a little healthy fats or something whole grain or something that has fiber. For my breakfast, I'm packing in a lot of protein. All right, so I'm going to get my eggs started. Um, my daughter, like this. I usually take my kids, but one of my kids was off today for election day, and the other one, my husband took her. So I had started, funny story. Sometimes she eats the hot lunch at school, but we get it for certain dates. I didn't realize that we had already signed her up for hot lunch today. So I'm down here making her lunch, he's making her breakfast, and I get the same way I feed myself, I feed my family. Was making her this nice chicken sandwich, was gonna have avocado, nice aged cheddar cheese on it, right? We're not doing the Velveeta slices. Like I was packing it on. And then she looked on the calendar. She's like, Mommy, I have hot lunch. So the chicken I started making for her, I had these frozen chicken. Actually, let me show you guys. I had these frozen diced chicken breasts. These are great. Like if you need to just have a quick source of protein, I always say always have quick sources of protein in your fridge or freezer. So this is what I make for their sandwiches. It's good. It's better than just having lunch meat, right? Hey, 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 what's up? Thanks for joining, right? So I put this in there. But because she at hot lunch today, I have that left over. I'm also doing my staple. Eggs are a superfood. Psst, hold on, my cat. Hey, hey, get down, get down. Um, Eggs are a superfood packed with protein, and I like to get the cage-free eggs, right? Show you guys, right? But eggs have so many things, vitamin D, E, B. There was a time when they used to say, oh, they have a lot of cholesterol. Eggs are super good for you, right? So my staple in the morning is some sort of egg, whether it's boiled eggs and I have tuna fish, or it's scrambled eggs and I put cottage cheese and stuff in there. Hey, or whether it's just eggs over easy. Today I'm just going to do simple eggs over easy. And I have the chicken left. So that's a lot of protein. Sometimes I'll put cheese, especially cottage cheese, in my eggs because that adds extra protein. You can also put flaxseed. I do yogurt on the side. I'll put chia seeds, right? All of these things. Think about how you can maximize what you're cooking with. My cat is all over the place, right? So flaxseed, right? As women, we need protein. Everybody needs protein, but as women, we need protein. Hold on. no, no, no. As women, we need protein. The other thing that I highly recommend, where's my are chia seeds. Chia seeds have protein, they have omega-3 fatty acids, and they also have fiber, a lot of fiber. So these are super, super good. So when I say maximize your meal, hold on, let me put my cat. Yeah, yeah, boo boo. You're gonna have to go here. When I'm cooking, he's all over the place. So I had to put him in his little area, rinse my hands off. Um, but when you are cooking, you want to think about like, don't just have one thing. You want to layer your stuff, like make it packed full with nutrients, with things that are going to be good for you. So my super foods. And when they try to tell us that eggs were not good for us, oops, you guys saw it here. I dropped it. When they try to tell us that eggs are not good for us, they're lying. Eggs are so good for us. All the protein, all the natural vitamins and herbs and things, not herbs, but all the natural vitamins. I dropped my egg because my cat was all over the place, guys. I had to put him away. So let's pick this up. So, what do you guys like to eat for breakfast? Hmm? Wipe this up. I'm one of those cooks I like to clean as I go along. So, even if I drop something, I like to clean it up. But what do you guys like to eat for breakfast? Don't tell me cereal, right? Because if you have cereal, make sure it's not super sugary. Make sure that you have some kind of protein with it, right? I just for my eggs it's simple, a little salt and pepper, and then I put a little cream cottage cheese on top. Yes. Oh, how do I know they're cage free? Well, I'm just trusting the manufacturer. I usually get my eggs from Whole Foods, but you never know. They might not be. That's a good point. Anything is what it is, right? We're just trusting that the FDA makes them make sure that they are honest in their packaging. Okay. I just find that when you have cage-free eggs, it's more so, and they're just out in the free. They're not cooped up in these cages like where they keep all of the chickens. So that's why. All right. So let's put a little bit of cottage cheese in here. Okay. Not a lot, just a little bit. And if you guys see, I have my Aura ring. You might have seen one of the other videos where I was unboxing Aura rings. I highly recommend them. I'm on week 2 of mine. Love it, love it. It tells you your sleep pattern, how ready you are um, for the day in terms of your activity based on your heart rate. Like, if you really want to take your wellness to another level, I recommend it. Okay. So for my eggs, real simple. I'm not doing anything fancy. Put a little cottage cheese. So already it's a super, super food because I put extra um, protein with the cottage cheese. Now, let's talk about the coffee. Coffee, tea. I like coffee. Always get your favorite mug, right? Always get your favorite mug. I have a few that I love. Think about layering. Like you see how it's getting to be fall, it's chilly. I'm layering my clothes, right? I have my thick socks, I have on my furry slippers, I have on stockings under this. I'm getting ready to go outside, so I'm layered up. Think about doing that for your food. And ladies, this is so important for us because a lot of times there's a lot of stuff we need to get into our bodies, but we can't eat all day, right? So think about how you can combine things for your food. Okay. Turn that down. So for me, I put at least 3 to 4 things in my coffee. One is collagen. Collagen is so good for your bones, for your joints, for your skin, having good firm skin. It is so important. Now, you could put it in a smoothie. You could do other things with it. I put it in my coffee, right? just a scoop of it. And this, you can, there's all kind of brands. You can go on Amazon, you can go to the health store. I figured they're all, you take your favorite one. Then I put some creatine. All right. If you are, this is good for both muscle recovery if you work out, which I work out at least 3 times a week. For brain health, brain, I put a little, yeah, I put a little hole there, but this is good for brain health, right? So I just put a scoop. This is like 5 milligrams. And here's the thing, this stuff, none of this stuff has a taste. So I'm putting all this in my coffee. It doesn't have a taste. But the third thing here is the third thing here that does have a taste, and it has so many valuable um things, like so many valuable nutrients and qualities. It has a prebiotic, a probiotic. These are all things that are so healthy for your gut health. One of my friends was like, Nicole, you getting snatched like your waist, like I know you're on your health thing, but like you are looking good. I said, because I'm not as bloated. Right. A lot of times us as women, we react. Our gut is not able to digest, and if we're eating a lot of processed foods or even things with oils, things that we don't necessarily agree with. This has a prebiotic, a probiotic. It's a mushroom coffee ground into a powder, and it has a nice cocoa flavor to it. They have different ones. There's a caramel flavor and then there's a cocoa flavor. Now, somebody one time on my lives, there's all kinds. There's Rise. Somebody told me about one called Sigma Coffee. I just love Beyond Brew. And if anybody knows them, I'm trying to get like a partnership brand deal with them because I always talk about them in my videos and my lives on my podcast because I have been using this for almost 2 years. I love it. I love the taste. I love what it does for me. It cuts down on bloating, it cuts down on indigestion. I don't have any of that. And fun fact, guys, I had a tapeworm when I was traveling a long time ago when I was traveling in Ethiopia. Ate some meat that was not fully cooked, and I ended up having a tapeworm. And it took me like a year once I got back to really have it addressed and cured. And since then, for a while, I had really bad digestion problems. I felt like it just messed up something with my gut health. So it's totally solved now. Like I used to take probiotic pills, I used to do all of this stuff. Once I started my Beyond Brew, my bloating went down, my digestion improved, and I was getting snatched, as they say. Of course, I was, doing my walk in, all the stuff. And that brings me to another point. Once you get to the game changer for me was because I hear people saying you need an accountability partner, you need community, and I totally agree. But the real flex is when you get to the point where you are your accountability. No one has, a lot of times I don't even tell people when I'm going to the gym, when I'm eating, this or when I'm cooking that. It's just something that I have internalized. Now, it was a journey to get there. And as a coach, I help women to do that. I help everybody, but I specifically help women. But you want to get to the point where like you're doing these things because they are absolutely the best things you could do for yourself. I am in such an era, a stage of self love that I only want to pour nutrients. I only want to drink a coffee that has all of these things that's going to start me off on the right day, right? Now, you notice I haven't done anything with sugar. That's because I use this stevia or Truvia. It's like stevia. And I just put, look, this is liquids. If you get a powder, it could be a packet. One, two, a real little bit. It doesn't spike your glucose, none of that stuff. And then I do a simple drip coffee. Okay. Drip, 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 drip. And what's crazy is we were talking about inflation. Is anybody put a one in the chat if you have been feeling the effects of inflation? This coffee, we used to pay $5 for it. It's $7. It's more, it's like 7.50 the last time I bought it, right? I love it. Melita Columbia Supreme coffee. Okay. Here's the thing though. This this is 11 ounces. This will last. Two of us in this house drink coffee at least 7 to 10 days. So that's two people drinking coffee 7 to 10 days. You do the calculations. If you were going to Starbucks, let's just say you were going to Dunkin' Donuts. That's $2 a day for each person. That's $4 a day times four. I mean, times seven, that's 28. Or if you say in times 10, that's 40, right? This is seven. So you do the math. So even though it's going up, it's still worth it. And I love it. Anybody make their own coffee, right? So I just put a scoop like this, put it in there, turn my kettle on, get my plate out the dishwasher. When you have a system, it's not hard at all to do what you need to do. Okay. So there's my Okay, somebody tried to call. So this is simple. It's the two eggs, the cottage cheese, and the leftover, the chicken that was supposed to be for my daughter's sandwich that she didn't need because she was having hot lunch, right? So think about it. This eggs, that's about 12 grams of protein. The cottage cheese, I didn't put that much, so that adds like another 2 to 3 grams. The chicken, the diced chicken, like I said, you always want to have some extra protein around in your fridge and your freezer, but the diced chicken breast, so it's low fat, that is going to be another like 50. I didn't put that much, so that's about 15 grams. So already in the morning, I have 30 grams of protein. I didn't even put, if I was having oatmeal or something, I would have put flaxseed or I would have put some of my chia seeds. Okay. So right there, and for me, it's just 8:15. By the time 8:30, when I finish, I will be done. I mean, by the time 8:30 and I finish my breakfast, I will have had 30 grams of protein. Think about it, right? And they're telling you that you need at least 90, but really, if you're about building muscle and like getting stronger, you want to have, what do they say, zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of weight. So for me, when I did my calculations and everything, I need to be getting 120 to 135 grams of protein per day. All right, so I'm going to pour my water in here. So think about it. If you want to get that much protein, you can't mess around. Like each meal has to have a purpose. Each bite has to have something in it that's going to get you to your goal, either with healthy fats, either with protein, either with carbs. We do need carbs, but it should be healthy carbs, complex carbs, carbs that, you know, metabolize more slowly so that your body can use them for fuel versus your body just breaking them down into sugar. Okay. So I know I said a lot. I just wanted to show you guys like what you can do in the morning, how you can start your day, that everything you have. And if you drink juice, put something healthy in it, right? If you drink tea, put some collagen, put some creatine, right? Um, if you don't even want coffee at all, just do the Beyond Brew. Of all the mushroom coffees, I used to do mud water, I've tried Rise. There's other ones. This is my absolute favorite. So shout out if anybody has a contact. I want to do a brand deal with them because I've been talking about them. I've told so many people. I talk about it on my podcast, on my videos. I love this stuff because of what it has done for me and my well-being. Okay. So my drip coffee is there. All right. And then you just stir it. I have a bunch of stuff mixed in there. You can have one of those frothers. My battery on mine is out. You can have a frother. You just mix everything because I have put my collagen, my Beyond Brew, my creatine. Usually, I also put sea moss, but I didn't do it because I didn't take it out the fridge and I'm on video with you guys. But that's another thing that packs in nutrients, micronutrients, things that you really need, minerals, and things like that. All right. So in less than 30 minutes, you can be almost a third of your way to what you need for your protein in the day. You can have coffee or some hot, warm beverage that has a lot of things in it that are good for you. Your collagen, your pre and probiotics with the Beyond Brew, your your creatine for your brain health and your muscle recovery. You could do all of that in less than 30 minutes. All right. So make sure, guys, you tune into the next live. I'm doing a free masterclass this coming Sunday, November 9th at 7 p.m. The link is going to be in the show notes. It's in other posts on my page. But I'm teaching all about how to really take care of yourself, get rid of burnout. A lot of us are burnt out because we are on a hamster wheel. If you understand what I'm saying, put a one in the chat. If you've been on that hamster wheel, if you feel like there's no time, you know what you're supposed to do, but you just can't get to do it, you want to come to this masterclass. It's called Banish Burnout and Build Bliss. And I'm giving my secret three-step framework to be able to go from a place from completely overwhelmed, burnt out, can't really take care of yourself, to being in a more blissful place where you're at ease, where you're feeling more balanced. This is my formula. I was that woman. I was that woman eating food in the car, rushing from here, yelling at my kids, come on, let's go. At the end of the day, don't even have time to have a beautiful smile on my face for my husband. I was in that place, or feeling like I was drowning in work, or always saying yes to people, not saying yes to myself. I was that person. So the framework I'm sharing with you is not from the books, it's from my experience, right? And my experience professionally as a psychologist and coach, but also from my life experience. And I tell you, if you are in a place of burnout, or being feeling overwhelmed with stress, and you can't get things done, it can help you get to a place of bliss where you're living in balance, you're inviting ease and abundance. We hear these words, but you can live them. Every day I sit down and I eat, I drink my warm beverage. What I love about tea and coffee, even in the summer, they make you slow down. You can't gulp them down. Even if you have a travel mug, you have to slow down. And that's the number one thing that I love about it. Okay. So I hope to see you at the Banish Burnout and Build Bliss Masterclass this coming Sunday. It's www.theblissworkshop.com. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. I'm gonna let my cat out. He was disrupting, he was blowing up the spot. Did you guys see him? He was trying to jump on everything. So I put him in the back pantry room. I'm going to let him out and I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. Okay. So next time I'll let you guys eat with me, but I'm going to sign off for now. I hope you got something out of this: protein, prebiotics, probiotics. Layer your foods, pack them with nutrients so you can get the most out of them. And that way, when you go on to snack, or, have and here's the thing: when you eat a lot of protein, you don't even want to snack because you're full. But let's just say you do go on to snack. When you're eating mostly healthy, you're like, I don't want Dunkin' Donuts. If I'm a snack, I probably get some multigrain tortilla chips and some avocado. I'm always thinking, okay, can I get a multigrain carb? Can I get some avocado, right? Stuff like that, some healthy fats. But even when you snack, or you have your cheat days, or whatever you call it, life is about balance. But if you're pouring more nutrients and healthy things into yourself, then it's okay to snack. You're not going to feel guilty. Okay. All right. So it's election day. I'm going to go my breakfast outfit on. Then I'm going to go change my clothes, put on something a little bit nicer, and go around to vote. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope I gave you some good tips. And you come back and let me know. First of all, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and come back and tell me what you're doing for your protein, nutrient packed breakfast in the morning. Okay? Take care.